Do you think BYLER is canon? Well, I do too. I asked over 2,500 people for their favorite BYLER theories. So in today's video, I will be going over every single response that I received. Also, if you guys want, you can comment down below any video ideas or your favorite BYLER theories. I have all the questions pulled up on my laptop, so let's get started. The first theory is by Liliana_Rose_29. Also, I'm so sorry if I pronounce any of your guys' usernames wrong. Please just excuse that. Their theory is Mike was projecting when he said it's not my fault you don't like girls.
It's not my fault you don't like girls.
I 100% agree. I think that he is kind of like, he hasn't realized, like at that point in time, I don't think he had realized that he, was gay. So I think that he said that to kind of like push himself away from it. So I definitely like 1000% agree. Totally could like lead up to something in season 5. I don't really know like specifically that line, but something about that fight, I feel like something will happen in season 5. You know what I mean? Okay, next theory is your local BYLER shipper. Go subscribe to him. Literally one of my favorite BYLER shippers. Love him so much. So yeah, definitely go subscribe for sure. Okay, so his theory talks about how Mike never really liked 11 and he kind of has like internalized homophobia because he hasn't realized, we know who you are, Michael. And that he was like pressured into like kind of loving Elle, which I like this. I'm so passionate about it because when Will went missing, 11 was kind of just like a replacement. And I think he kind of just felt forced, like, oh, if I want to be normal, then I feel like I should like girls. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what was going on in his head. And like the conversation that happens with him and his mom in the first season, I think that definitely ties into all of it. I don't know what she says, but she says something along the lines of like, don't feel like you can hide anything from me. I'll insert the clip here.
I never want you to feel like you have to hide anything from me.
But I don't know what it is exactly that she says, but she says something along those lines. And I really do feel like it wasn't really supposed to be in that context of what was happening. It was for sure about, his sexuality for sure, 100%. Okay, next we have BYLER is real with 2 L's. Literally, also another one of my favorite BYLER shippers. Please go follow like all their socials. I'll put up their Instagram and I think they have like a pinned post about like all their socials. So yeah, go look at their account for sure. This one I'm excited about. Lovers Lake Gate is real. 100%. Literally 100%. I stand by this. I love this theory. If you don't know what the BYLER gates are, please go watch this person's video. Literally perfect explanation. Go watch that. It's literally has everything you need to know about the BYLER gates. But I feel very delusional though when I talk about like the gates because I feel like they can be taken out of context very easily, if that makes any sense. But I love the idea of Lovers Lake Gate. It's such a beautiful idea. Like genuinely, it's just a good idea. And if you remember in the season 5 teaser trailer, Will was in the boat, like when he was closing his eyes. I'm pretty sure he was in like a canoe or a boat of some kind. I think that could be part of it, but like his hair was also wet, so that kind of like gives like a sign like, oh wait, Lovers Lake Gate core, yes, Lovers Lake Gate stands. It's our turn. Okay, we have 2 more theories from Lilian_Rose_29. So thank you so much. I really appreciate sending in your theories, and I'm excited because we have longer ones. Okay, this one, I love this theory so much. This one, it makes so much sense. Okay, this one says, I like the theory that the whole Will voice comes from Will's trauma with Lonnie. 100% agree. 100% agree. I think that since Lonnie was abusive and always getting into fights with Joyce, and she was a very angry mom, Will hates it when people yell at him. 100% agree. I think that it has made him a certain way because when you grow up with that kind of trauma, it changes how you act and it changes how you grow up. You know what I mean? And then it says, I think that Mike was a very loud and sort of obnoxious kid. So whenever he would be talking with Will about something he was really excited about, he would end up raising his voice unintentionally out of excitement, and Will would get startled or scared. And once Mike noticed this, he would always make sure to keep his voice softer when he would talk to Will until it became a habit. 100% agree. Mike's soft voice is one of my favorite things ever.
You really think so? Yeah, I really do.
I think that since Mike knew that he had kind of a traumatizing childhood, I think he like realized that like, oh, be a little bit like more fragile with him and he'll fall in love, maybe? I don't know. Either this or he just has a soft spot for him. I definitely think it's both, but I think he doesn't talk to any of his other friends like that, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't talk to Lucas like that. He doesn't talk to Dustin like that. He does not talk to anyone like that. Literally no one. He doesn't even talk to Eleven like that. Like, he's not soft with other people, you know what I mean? I love Mike's soft voice for him, and I think it's definitely intentional. Like, it's very intentional. You can tell that it's intentional because Mike obviously doesn't talk like that with his other friends. This is the next theory from Lillian Rose _29. Fannin and the Duffers confirm that Mike has no clue that Will is gay and in love with him. This doesn't explain why Mike said, "It's not my fault you don't like girls," in the season 3 rain fight. Because where did he get that from? I actually fully agree with that. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, wait, why else would he say it's not my fault you don't like girls when the Duffer brothers said that Mike has no idea that he's gay? I'm a little confused. I think that, I don't know, it's just a little strange. Very strange, actually. It doesn't add up. Not to mention, Will wasn't talking about any of that. He was calling out Mike for being a bad friend. So where could Mike have gotten that idea? Exactly. Mike, where did you find that from? Do you feel the same way or something? What's going on, Mike? What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? He was simply projecting his own feelings / insecurities onto Will because he doesn't want to admit them about himself. Yes, 100%. He's trying to use it as a cover. Same thing with 11 in season 3. He's using her as a cover to, like, hide those feelings because he doesn't really want to be, like, open about them. So, of course, he's going to push that onto Will because he's closest to him. And so he feels comfortable about pushing that onto him. I 100% agree with this. Now we have a theory from Lasheen. I don't know how to say that, but I'm trying my hardest, okay? This is more of a dream than a theory. Will living with the Wheelers. Yeah, and them becoming much closer. This is like 100% a dream. I wish that this would happen. I don't think it will, though, because the Duffer Brothers have confirmed that in season 5, everything will be 100 miles per hour. They're not having any, like, calm time. You know, like in seasons before, in the beginning of season 1, they're playing D&D. In season 2, they go to the arcade. Season 3, they go to the movies. Season 4, it all just kind of starts as, you know, just your regular season. But season 5, it's not starting out that way. They're going full into action, so I just don't think they'll have time for this, like, maybe in the end. I don't know. This is one that I'm not 100% on. I think this one is definitely more of, like, a dream than a theory. Okay, now we have a theory from Nemorat.011. Diva. Love her. This one, I love this one too. Robin gives Will the courage to talk to Mike and expresses his feelings after he broke up with Elle. I hope so. I think that they will be a great dynamic duo. I think that they will be better than Robin and Steve. I just think that they will have a lot in common, not even in that way, but like I feel like they would just get along so well, like their personalities kind of match, you know what I mean? I think that they will have a great connection, and I think that Robin will be able to kind of give him good advice because Robin isn't very open about it either. Obviously, we saw her tell Steve. It's not like everyone knows, you know? So I think that she will definitely come out to him and she will help him come out to Mike. You know what I mean? This theory is very similar to Churchgate. If you don't know what Churchgate is, it's basically like if Mike and Will end up in a church, you know, and Will gets possessed and Mike kind of snaps him out of it with love. This theory is from xgraciej.xx. And their theory is Will gets possessed again and attacks Mike. It's angsty with a love confession. I think that this is similar to Churchgate. I never said it was the same thing. I just think it's very similar. This, I don't know. I know people were talking about this, that like when we had no information about season 5, I remember people were like, Will's gonna kill Mike. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I do think Will for sure be possessed again. I don't know how he's gonna snap out of it. I think it will be because of Mike. I do think it will be because of Mike, but I don't think it's gonna be like that. I do appreciate you for sending the theory though. Thank you. Next we have a theory from Devo_827. This theory isn't super like BYLER related, but it has a little bit of BYLER in it. This theory says almost everyone who has died, their name has started with a B. No one has a first initial with their first name that starts with B, but there are options for people with last names that start with B. Robin, Will, Jonathan, Joyce. This one has been talked about for a while. No one in season 3 died with any B's in their name, so I don't know. It's always been a cool theory. I mean, I do think there is a chance Jonathan will die. I will be making a video about my death predictions and whatnot, but I don't know. I don't think it'll be Will because everything we got in the trailer of him, it like looks like he's gonna die in every single scene. So I think they're kind of trying to throw us off because 11 had like no dangerous looking scenes, you know? So I think it's gonna be 11 to bite the dust, which is unfortunate. I don't like 11, but I know a lot of people do. I think 11 might be the one to bite the dust. I don't know. That's for another video though. This is the last and final theory. I thought this would be a good one to kind of like end it on. This is a theory from Jaimina_._09. This one is really fun. This just says, what theories BYLER is real? It definitely is. BYLER is real, and it will be real. The people who are like, you guys are just delusional, they're not gonna get together. Those were all the responses that I got, and thank you so much to everyone who did respond. Also, if you haven't already followed my Instagram, here it is. It's the same username as on here, just BYLERness. I do have a lot of updates on the channel on there, so it would really mean a lot if you did follow me on there. But also, you can always have a chance of being in some of my videos like today's. But thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.